Hi buddies, it's me, Kiki. Today we are going to make our own homemade clay that we are going to turn into Christmas ornaments. It's so easy to make your own clay with simple ingredients from your kitchen. And these ornaments turn into great gifts for your family and friends. The first thing you should do is preheat your oven to 300 degrees. And remember, TT wants you to be extra safe. So make sure you always have a grown-up there to help out. Let's get started. Make sure you have a big bowl and let's add 2 cups of flour. The next thing we need to add is 3/4 of a cup of salt. Lastly, let's add 1 cup of water. Now take a big spoon and mix it up. Keep mixing until the dough starts to come together into a ball. Remember, even though this is made with regular ingredients from your kitchen that you would normally cook with, this dough is not safe to eat. So make sure to be careful around small children and especially pets. Once the dough started to come together, you can dump it out onto the countertop and work it with your hands. This is my favorite part. Keep on kneading until the dough gets pretty smooth. There, that looks good. Now it's time to take a rolling pin and roll the dough out until it's about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. As you're rolling, just keep turning your rolling pin every which way to ensure that you get a flat surface that spreads out evenly. Now it's time to cut out our ornaments. Make sure you have a baking sheet handy that's prepared with parchment paper so your ornaments won't stick to the bottom. I like to use cookie cutters for my ornaments, so I have a candy cane right here and a ornament shape right here. I'm also gonna use a biscuit cutter with wavy edges. And if you don't have any of these, don't worry. You can use something as simple as a cup or the lid of a small jar to cut out your ornament shapes. I'll start with a round shape. These are fun because they can be turned into any design that you want. Next up, I'll use my ornament cookie cutter. And finally, my candy cane shape. Very good. And I'll use this small little lid to cut out one of my circles. I think I'm gonna turn this one into a wreath. And now to peel away the extra dough and reveal the ornaments left behind. I like to use a spatula to just gently lift it off the countertop and place it onto the baking sheet. Once you have your ornaments all lined up on the tray, time to take a straw and poke little holes on the top for the ribbon to go through when you hang them on your tree. Terrific! And now let's put our tray into the oven. Now it's time to be a little bit patient because we have to bake these in the oven for about 2 to 3 hours or until the clay dries out completely. I think our ornaments are done baking. They've puffed up a little bit, as you can see. Time to leave these ornaments on the pan to cool to room temperature. Our ornaments have cooled, so now it's time to paint and decorate them. I have a variety of acrylic paint colors here, as well as a few colors of glitter glue. Lots of brushes and a clean surface to work on. So let's get started. I'll start by painting one of my candy canes. I'm gonna paint it white all over. Looks great. I think I'm going to use some glitter glue next to make some red stripes. Now I'm going to paint this wreath next. And then I'm going to go on and paint all the rest of my ornaments. The fun part of this project is that you don't have to paint them like I do. You don't even have to make the same shapes I do. You can make whatever shapes, whatever types of decorations you want. Just have fun with it and let your creativity shine. So here we are about halfway through. This is the first one we started with. I added some little red polka dots to our glitter glue stripes. And then this one, I did the classic red and white candy cane stripe. This one I switched it up and did some green stripes, alternating with paint and with glitter glue to give it some sparkle. And this one I just did tiny little navy blue stripes. I just decorated the wreath. I painted it dark green like you saw, and then I gave it some little polka dots and a bright red bow at the middle. Now I think I'm gonna paint on this blue one next. I think I am going to paint myself a happy little snowman. I'll start by painting the head white, and I think I'm just gonna have a short snowman today that only has 2 snowballs to make up his body. Well, you can't have a snowman without a big black top hat. Very good. Now he needs some little coal balls for eyes and a happy mouth. And we'll give him a few buttons down the front of his body. And of course, no snowman would be complete without a carrot nose. I think he needs a scarf. And there he is. What a cutie. Well, our snowman's done, so I'm going to add a little snowbank for him to sit on. I'll leave little gaps of blue so it doesn't all blend into the snowman. I think it's a nice snowy day for our snowman today, so I'm going to paint little flakes. Terrific! Now I'm going to continue painting the rest of my ornaments. And now we're just about done, only one more to go. So far, I've painted this red one with Merry Xmas. And I wrote it in green and I put little gold glitter on the top to make it sparkle. These 2 ornaments I painted with stripes, squiggles, and polka dots. And now it's time to paint my final ornament. I think I've done a lot of lines and polka dots, so for this one I'm gonna do some swirls. I'll start with green. I'm making some of my swirls little and some of the other ones much bigger. To make my swirls, I start with a little squiggle on one side and then bring it around on the other side to connect. It's easier for me to make a nice even line this way. Now I'm gonna fill in with some yellow stars. And finally, just to add a little bit more brightness, I'm gonna do some big blobs of orange. And there you go. I think our final ornament is complete. Wow, our ornaments are all painted. They look beautiful. That was so much fun. The final step before we can hang them up on our tree is to take little pieces of string or thread and place them through the hole at the top of the ornament. Just take your string and weave one end through the hole. Then at the top, tie a knot. And cut off the extra length with the scissors. There you go, your ornament's ready to hang up. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I had the best time making this homemade clay and turning it into these gorgeous Christmas ornaments. I hope you have fun with this project too. And feel free to give these away to your family and friends as wonderful Christmas gifts, as well as hanging them on your own tree to enjoy. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and